Okay, let's go ahead and share the stream real quick. Make sure everything's good and going. Lot going on. Oh my god, I am too tired for this, but you know what? That's how it goes! That's how it is. Jesus Christ, I am tired as a motherfucker. Okay. Let's see here. There we go. Okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. First off, I just want to say I'm sorry I had to take the vacation that I did. If you've never been in a military family or have never had anyone, ever had anyone, you know how it is when you're told that they are going on their final deployment and they can't tell you where they're going. That's kind of what happened with me a little while ago at the start of April because at first I was going to do April as Autism Awareness Month, but when I was told my father will be leaving for an entire year until next January, I believe is when he's coming back, kind of hit me a bit that I really do need to spend time with him. And I did spend a lot of time with him, thankfully enough. And when I told you guys on Discord, especially on everything else, on all my other social media, why I was leaving for, well, basically 2 to 3 weeks, I'm happy that you're glad I'm back. But before I can even continue the stream and get on with the updates as well as what's going on with Project Galaxy, the content in general, the media company, question mark. I just want to say thank you to everyone who's actually shown a lot of support, sent a lot of love my way, with me going through my father's last deployment, which I found out apparently it's not a combat mission, thankfully enough. He is not going to the front lines. He is, in fact, going to be with the sergeant major and the colonel in office somewhere overseas. As to where overseas, I don't know. I don't know, and for those of you who are also veterans and or active duty or are servicemen, I don't know my father's MOS. I am sorry. Now, with that depressingness out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, I am back. And, by the way, I'm going to have to go back to the liberal zone because apparently UPS is the reason why I'm going to the liberal zone time and time again. But what has come in so far, thankfully enough, through the U.S. Postal Service? Well, before I can even get to that, which, do not worry, there's going to be an unboxing video of all this stuff that is coming in. I have something to show you all. Something that's going to help me in the liberal zone, especially with the radiation. It's a crossbow. An airsoft crossbow. Of my own design. Yes. No joke, this was actually sent to me by Apex and the guys up in Pennsylvania a little while ago, and this, I basically added a Nerf stock onto it because honestly, it fit perfectly and it fits the aesthetic of the airsoft crossbow. It's just so beautiful. Now, the elastic string I have on it is giving me, as well as the plunger tube, the way it is, I have to mess around with it a little bit more for the air seal. It's getting me around 170 to 150 FPS currently. I am going to do what I can with it, and I may even try and attempt to add a hop-up system to it. But do know this is a real thing. It does, in fact, work. And it's just evil. And I will be fielding this at the next game I'll be going to this Sunday. Yes, I'm going to be going back on the field next Sunday. So I'm going to try and get all the Op 31 footage I have out there for you all to enjoy. Thank you. Now, setting that to the side, of course. Okay. I recently got a package today, of all days. I recently got a package, and it's something I did not expect to be real. I knew there were other Springer variants of it, but not to the best quality. This, on the other hand, has to be the best quality I've ever seen in my life. And before a lot of you, and before I can go to grab the gun that's on the ground, tomorrow I'll be getting the package for May, or for this month, basically, as well as the beginning of May. But you guys are going to love this. Black Ops 2 memories, anyone? As well as Battlefield 4. No joke, this is a Springer, quote-unquote, Type 97. Just a little context why I'm very happy to get this, as well as my overall thoughts so far. The only Type 97s we have in Airsoft are by Real Sword. The Carbine variant, which is basically just a shorter length variant, a shorter variant of the Type 97 rifle, which is used by the People's Liberation Army, which is basically an overglorified bodyguards of the Chinese Communist Party. The Type 97, however, you're not ignored. I'm trying to basically go through these updates, okay? Basically, this is anywhere from $16 to $50, while the Real Sword AEG goes anywhere from $490 to $500. You're not hearing that. You're not hearing that wrong, people. A AEG variant of this, be it carbine or otherwise, can go anywhere from $490 to $500. An AEG. And what's sad is, to my knowledge and to my research, Tokyo Marui has not made one. No one has made a Type 97 except Real Sword. So the only real Type 97 AEG you're going to get is a Real Sword Type 97, which is $500. Yeah, not very good in my opinion. But the Springer, on the other hand, I'm not going to lie, it's actually really cool. It's actually still compact. Sights are basically what you can get on the Type 97. The charging handle itself is only ambidextrous. It only goes to one side fold-wise, but you can still basically do that. It does have a safety, which I'm actually intrigued by. You're safe, and fire mode, a little stiff. Actually made of metal. The outer barrel's metal. The body is really good, thick. And when I mean thick polymer. The magazine, while not your AR style, is a AK style tilt system. And the magazine itself is rather beefy. Like, I'm not joking. This is a 120 round mid-cap, basically. And I think you can actually get more mags for this thing, but at the same time, I think you could try and retrofit other magazines fit in this, but this is just, yeah, this is worth the price tag. I'm telling you now, this is worth it. And when I finally get to this thing, I'm probably going to give it a positive review, depending on the performance of it, and depending on if it's upgradable. Which, speaking of which, I know a lot of you know me for basically being able to upgrade these things. I'm not going to touch this, like, at all. I'm just going to open it up just to see how it all works, maybe show the internals, but I'm not upgrading. Well, depending on the spring, but even then, I'm probably not going to do anything to this gun. Maybe add a longer barrel, maybe, but no, I'm not going to do a damn thing to this thing. This is, no. Either way, though. So, general updates. What's going on with the channel? Well, the channel is going to be doing a lot. I'm definitely going to be doing a lot of catch up on my from my vacation, spending time with my father. I'm definitely going to be doing a lot of catch up. One of the videos I'm going to be uploading, however, is of course combat footage. I'm probably going to be uploading some combat footage, but at the same time, I'm going to be working on a lot of the reviews that's going to be coming up. One of the reviews, which is us going back to hell. Oh, that's going to be fun. I knew it. Is literally me reviewing the California Legal 1911 Springer knockoff KWC. A KWC knockoff 1911, which is California Legal. That's one of the reviews we're starting off with, going back to hell. Now, outside that, I will be doing other videos, of course, general gas mask videos. I will be doing a lot more beginner videos for both Airsoft and gas mask because I kind of want to help out a lot of the newer players that are actually are watching my channel over a lot of other channels, which I feel rather honored for, especially us being at 1,190 subscribers. Now, the biggest news I've gotten today is actually from Apex. Apex is coming down to home state of Tennessee to come play some Airsoft and take a vacation. Well, a quote-unquote business trip, which, yes, the business trip is this. Me and Apex have gone to business, and AAA Airsoft is our business. We are a media company, and we've already signed on John the Collector as one of our content contributors, as well as one more question mark. What does this mean for the future? It means we might actually, depending on how much support we get and how much of a budget we might actually get, we might actually put out AAA Airsoft original stuff and or some products. One of which is one that I'm talking with Apex about, which is a Metal Gear Solid 3 1911. Yes, the 1911 from Metal Gear Solid 3 we are actually talking about doing, which I'll tell you now, I'm wanting it because I've been wanting one for High Kappa form for a while now, since I did have a High Kappa, but sadly I had to completely cannibalize that thing to fix my Colt Railgun 1911, which is fixed, but I need more magazines for because the current magazine I have is kind of crapping out on me, so to speak. Anywho. But, yes. There's a lot going on with the company, a lot of things here and there, and it's just going to be all that much more better. Now, let me go ahead and move a bit so you guys are out of the light, I believe. I want to make sure you guys are out of the light, son of a bitch. Okay, there we go. You're not in the blinding light anymore. Or was. What the hell? Yeah. The blinding light. What the hell? Yeah, okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, this is kind of how it goes. Now, as for videos and things like that, well, How Combat Effective, which is the which is the series where I review gas masks and talk about how combat effective they are, is going to sadly not be on the MC1, but is instead going to be on the GP5. Yes, I know, the GP5, blah, blah, blah. But let's face it, it's kind of a good starting point to kind of start off of when we're talking about communist, because the way the series is doing, we are actually going to be going off from the Cold War onward to modern day, so that's just kind of how it goes. Aside from that, let me just go ahead and share the link a little bit more with some of my people and the other other what have yous. We actually need to go ahead and do that. Just go ahead and do that real quick. I'll be with you guys in a second. I mean, a hot second. I just need to share the link real quick. Here we go. Okay, now, as I was saying beforehand, but yeah, a lot of cool stuff actually coming to the channel. I know the package coming in, there's stuff with it, because among the guns that are going to be in that package, which I'm going to spoil some of them for you, because one of the guns happens to be a shotgun, but not just a shotgun, but one of the other guns is going to be a pistol, a certain pistol that we all know and mixed feelings for from Fallout 4, which is the Deliverance, or the Deliverer pistol, I believe. But you may also know it as the Walter PPK 007's pistol. And I'm not talking about I'm talking about Sean Connery. You know, the classic Bond. James Bond. Either way, though. Trying to think exactly what else is going on. We are also trying to invest in Elgato gameplay. I am actually wanting to talk with Apex about actually doing some gameplay footage, or not just gameplay, video game footage for it. I know my Xbox can DVR, but at the same time, we are probably going to try and invest some of the budget in Elgato to kind of help flesh out the channel's content.
which is one of those things, you know? Anyway. Yeah, no, fuck Daniel Craig, okay? No, just fuck him. No, there's only one James Bond in my eyes, and that's Sean Connery, the original Schwab James Bond. Anyway, so moving on from Project Galaxy, which a lot of you have actually been joining the Facebook page, and I'm very happy you have. Project Galaxy has actually been going. We are actually going to be able to do the closed alpha well before June or July. By that point in time, we should have a character sheet written up. We should have everything ready for basically selecting people on the closed alpha list. Yeah, he kind of does. Anyway, but yes, there is a lot going on right now with the with Project Galaxy. But one of them I have to share, and I'm not even joking here. I've got to share this one with you guys. It's this. When I was on vacation, we actually had a bit of drama with Project Galaxy. One of the drama has to be, and not even joking here, this is the actual drama here, was someone trying to claim copyright on the idea of Project Galaxy. Now, I'm going to read some of the messages he actually sent me over Facebook, and yes, he has been blocked, but this person, Zach, yeah, no, this is just beyond just out there. You got to read this. So, the first couple messages he sent me was, "You stole my idea, you stole my idea, you stole my idea for an anime RPG." I replied with, "How did I steal your idea when I've had the idea since 2012? He replies back with, "You simply stole my idea." I immediately just muted him and was like, okay, this guy's a crazy person. Then I went to his Facebook page, and yeah, no, this guy actually is a legitimate crazy person. Zach, who I'm not going to say his last name, legitimately has problems. He's disturbed. He is a druggie. And when I talk to the people on his friends list, apparently they've all said the same thing to me, that, yeah, the guy's a druggie. He has problems with drugs, things like that, and sometimes lashes out at people. So I immediately, I still muted him, but I kind of let him simmer out. Now, I thought this was the end of it. But apparently, it wasn't. When I made an update as to what was going on with Project Galaxy, which I will be getting to what's going on recently with it, he immediately then messaged me back saying, "You still stole my idea. I can't support something you stole. You stole my idea. You stole my idea." I immediately basically said, "If you want to take this to court, I will gladly take you to court." He immediately then shut up, and after a total day not hearing back from him, I muted him. I completely blocked him. And I had to ask the people on his friends list if he was actually ever going to do anything about it, and they said no, he's just a dopehead who just lashes out at people. So no real threats there for Project Galaxy, which, for those of you who have stated it, even Ashton has said this beforehand. Yes, I know there's a Project Galaxy movie, but here's the thing. Project Galaxy is the project name. It's not the official name of the product. It's not the full release name. We are going to be coming up with a name upon general release when we do the open beta, or when we actually do a full public release. Now, what's going on in Project Galaxy right now? Well, we are working on the character sheet. That is finally in the works. We are actually doing tests on the combat system, which I will actually be reading off to you guys to give you a sense of what you're going to expect when using weapons in Project Galaxy during combat. The dice system, thankfully enough, is 90. I think the devs said it's about 80% complete. So we should be able to have a dice system out there and going. Now, as for what's going on with it at the moment, I'm afraid we're kind of slowed down a bit on the character sheet because the dev who was working on that had a death in the family. And when and unlike most, I'm not one to basically say, oh, no, you're going to work through that. No, I basically told him, look, you go do with your thing, all right? This is just merely something we're all doing together. We all help each other out, and right now you need to go deal with that. It's kind of like with Apex and John, whenever I have to go off and deal with personal stuff. You know, yeah, it's inconvenient, but they understand. I'm not being that asshole who basically says, oh, hey, yeah, by the way, I'm going to go on a vacation. Bye. No, I'm going to give a legitimate reason why I need to step away from the channel and kind of deal with my bullshit, basically, or deal with my own personal problems. And I'm going to kind of, I don't want to kind of turn this into why I always walk away from the channel every so often, but it's not one of those things. Now, speaking of which, let me go ahead. Well, yes, I know you're going on vacation because, well, you are technically coming down here. If you haven't, which people already know this. Now, okay, so here is the combat system for weapons when doing Project Galaxy. Again, this is your sneak peek as to what is going to be here. This is on my phone, basically. Okay, here we go. This pertains to all. Now, understand this is a total work in progress, but this is basically with all weapons in Project Galaxy. Okay? Okay. So, here we go. Energy weapons, 1d6. Ballistics, plus 1d4. Burn, which means that basically when you're using an energy weapon, you have to roll not just your d20 to see if you're going to be able to hit your target. You also have to roll 1d6 for ballistic damage and 1d4 for burn damage, basically. Now, 357 to 44 Magnum, 1d8 per shot. Burst, 3d8. Full auto, 5d8 plus 2d10 for accuracy. Again, this is going to be one of those things, people. 223 to 308 to 309, also 308. Mid to high power rifles, 2d8s per shot, 4d6 for burst, 6d6 for full auto. 50 cal BM, 50 BMG, really big fucking guns. 1d12 per shot, 3d12 burst. Explosives, and this is where it's going to be really interesting, and this is where it's going to be really where we're going to have to work on it probably heavily for this. Explosives are 2d10 as percent of the target's health, target resistance, and save. Flamethrower is a 1d4 damage per second times 1d6, which is seconds of strength flame before cooldown. Now, please do understand that all this is very much so work in progress, but yes, that is what we have so far for the combat system when it comes to weapons. Now, yes, we are going to have bladed weapons as well, but we're still working on the dice system even then, and we're still improving upon it daily, and thankfully enough, it's just how it is. Now, the biggest thing I want to talk about is I met someone out in town today, and he has a 3D printer, as well as an artist who does figurines. So when Project Galaxy is actually released, I will actually talk with the dev teams as well as the artist and the 3D printer and actually see if still gibberish, be eating my double stuffed Oreos on my, oh, never mind. Anyway, but yeah, we actually got a 3D printer and an artist who does figurines, and I'm going to talk with the dev team and see if we can't actually try and sell these as a pre-order type deal for, or more or less cosmetic stuff for when Iteration 1 drops. And when Iteration 1 drops, that's when things are going to get real fun. We're going to have a lot of good times. I'm not even joking, guys, when I say that I am very excited and very happy to see Project Galaxy get off the ground as much as it has. Now, before I end this stream, I basically talked as much as I could. I've basically given all the information I possibly can. Before I end this stream, I'm going to go to my bed real quick. I'm going to grab a pistol that I need to kind of talk about real quick because it is part of going back of Hell Part 2. No, the Silver M4 did not arrive, Apex. I am so sorry. Let me be right back real quick. Let me go grab it. So, this is one of the guns that's going to be in going back in Hell Part 2, in Gun Hell, or Month of Gun. We're still working on it, but basically going back, Ride to Hell Part 2, Retribution. This is literally a Ruger Auto 9. Now, before you ask me why I said that, here's the thing. This is the Auto 9 front. This is a Ruger P85, which is basically a modernized Browning high power, which is actually on our budget list, on the list for the budget meeting. For those of you who don't know, that is something I actually got asked a long time ago. How do we I'm going to answer that question after I get done with this. Basically, this is a Double Eagle copy of a Ruger P85, which, by the way, I don't know if you can see that or not. That is a Ruger trademark right there, or that's the actual Ruger symbol on the grips. No, you can't see that. God damn it. Now, how Double Eagle has not been sued yet, which, by the way, I need to get that clip from Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, where Chris Rock's like, George Lucas gonna sue somebody. But yes, outside of that, their thing is I cannibalized the Black Ops 1911, or at least the Black Ops High Kappa, which is basically just a KJW copy, to fix this. My Colt Railgun 1911, which is my favorite pistol of all time. However, the magazine is somewhat going out. It's kind of iffy on how it wants to work, so I have to get more magazines or some lubricant, give or take, to fix that up. Either way, though, for those of you who actually don't know, or for those of you who have been asking how Apex basically decides on what guns to send me, this is how it works. Basically, we have a Discord where me and all the other partners of the channel kind of come together and we kind of talk. On that channel is a text channel which is called Budget Meeting, which Apex, being the financial manager and human resources manager, or human resources, which I know he's going to love that. I know he loves that job because, of course, he's probably going to wait one day until he has to be like, well, you're fired. Here's your pink slip. Get the fuck out. I just know him to do that. But either way. So here's what's going on. Basically, me, Apex, and all the other guys, or even you who suggest stuff to give to the channel, we basically take those links from Evike, Evike, eBay, Taobao, Hobbytron, Hobby Lobby, fucking Asia, whatever, Asia Electric, I believe. Basically, all that good jazz. We take those links, we throw it in Budget Meeting, and Apex and all of us basically get together for a bi-monthly or a bi-weekly budget meeting. And basically, it's like, okay, here's the budget. What the fuck are we getting at? And we had enough this month's budget for springers and other goodies, apparently, Apex threw in there. So, yeah, it's kind of how it goes. And it's kind of the simplistic way of how the business, of how AAA Airsoft kind of works. But yeah, as for AAA Airsoft as a media company, we are going to be probably producing a lot of cool stuff. Probably for our 1-year anniversary, I actually want to do something pretty cool when we actually get a lot of people on. But we're going to have to see how that goes and see how it all works out. But you know what? It's just one of those things. But yeah, as for all your suggestions, all your guns and things like that, that gets put into the budget. Basically, if you have a gun you want me to review, just put a link down there in the comments section down below. I will take that link, throw it in a budget meeting, and basically Apex says if we got the budget for it or not. And if he says we don't got the budget for it, then he basically says, okay, we'll come back to that. Because a lot of you have suggested a lot of really high-end guns, and a lot of you suggest a lot of lower-end guns, and a lot of this and that. And because I'm the common man's airsofter, I rarely get the chance, and the budget, of course, to actually review higher-end guns. Now, there are a lot of gas guns on there. There are a lot of cool stuff. One of the gas guns that I'm very happy one of you suggested is the WE Tech Browning High Power, which I very much so want to review, simply because Fallout New Vegas. And what the hell is that? Yeah, it's probably just nothing on my screen anyway. But yeah. Basically, whatever you guys suggest, just drop a link to. I will copy it, or Apex copy it, put it in a budget meeting, and that's just how it goes. Anywho, thank you all for watching. As always, I've been Airsoft Al. I promise you I will be uploading a combat video tomorrow, or something along that nature. I don't know. Anyway, thank you all for watching. As always, I've been Airsoft Al. See you all next time.